And then my number one recruiting trick that almost nobody uses. Oh my gosh, this is so easy. And literally almost no one uses it. Once you have some affiliates, ask your affiliates. I know you're thinking like, thank you, Captain Obvious. But if almost no one is doing it, don't you think it's worth mentioning? I've been a part of more than 250 affiliate programs, maybe 5, 7, something like that, have ever asked me to refer other affiliates. Once you get started, your number one source, and you do this with your first affiliate, you have one affiliate, you ask them, because if they refer one, you've doubled the size of your affiliate program. Once you have a couple of, or even one affiliate, your number one source of new affiliates should be current affiliates. It's the easiest way to grow. And the key here is to ask them and make sure they get a second tier commission. So typically, if I refer an affiliate, and let's say they sell $1,000 worth of stuff, maybe they get the 30% commission, 40, it doesn't matter, but let's just say they get 30%. So they get 300, I get 100 for the referral. And I'm going to give you an email. You guys can feel free to screenshot this. Very simple email. Notice it's 3 sentences. What is it? If people sometimes go, it's only 3 sentences. I'm like, what is it missing? It's missing nothing. It's missing absolutely nothing. It's a very simple email that gets right to the point. Hey, do you know anybody who'd be a good fit for our program? If so, send them over. That's it. Feel free to screenshot that email and use it once you start having affiliates. I'm going to repeat what I just said. Your current affiliates should be your number one source of new quality affiliates. So line number 2 here, that you have to know all the right people and maybe be one of the cool kids to run an affiliate program. It is simply busted. Line number 3, I think this will be the last one we get to cover, but it's an important one. Most of your sales will come from only a few affiliates. One of the top names in internet marketing years ago at a conference on stage, I remember exactly what he said. 90% of your sales will come from your top 3 to 5 affiliates. I remember like me and my team looked at each other. That's not true. He said 90% of your sales will come from your top 3 to 5 affiliates. This person, a few years later, contacted us and said, will you coach our team on how to build affiliate programs like you do? The following year, they had their best launch ever. And less than 50% of their sales came from their top 5 affiliates. Their top 10 affiliates only accounted for 60% of their sales that year. Previously, their top 10 affiliates had accounted for 97, 98% of their sales. So here's the data on this. First couple of sublives. Number 1, you have to personally know all of your affiliates. In other words, you got to be best buds. And secondly, small affiliates are not worth the hassle. Let me tell you this, small affiliates are worth the quote unquote hassle, because when somebody's small, they are loyal. And if you help a small affiliate become a big affiliate, or you help a small affiliate, just you treat them like you would a big affiliate, they will remember that. And over the course of the next few years, they will grow. If you have 100 small affiliates today who maybe are making 1 sale a year, and that's not even worth the time. Fast forward 2-3 years, 10 of those affiliates will be 10 times bigger or more. A few of them might even be 100 times bigger, and they will never forget that you gave them a chance. I still have affiliates that I work with 18 years later that work with me because they were nobodies back in 2005, and I gave them a chance. And when you do, this is what happens. Michael Hyatt, one of our clients back in the day, huge 7-figure launch, some of the biggest names in the internet marketing world. I mean, just take a look at this leaderboard here. You've probably heard of a few of these people, right? This is a who's who of names in the internet marketing world. And yet, their top 3 only accounted for 14% of sales. Only 27% of sales came from the top 10. And they had more than 500 affiliates make at least 1 sale. That is an army. That is an army of affiliates. Claire Diaz-Ortiz, we ran her summit a few years ago, one of the very first virtual summits that we'd ever run. To that point, most virtual summits maybe had 2,000 registrations. This one had 12,000 registrations. And yet, not a single affiliate accounted for more than 400 registrations. She had more than 110 affiliates send leads to that summit. That's diversification. Ray Edwards, nearly the same numbers as Michael, had a leaderboard that looked like this. Again, it's a who's who of names. And you probably recognize a lot of those names, don't you? And yet, 19% of sales came from the top three. He had more than 30 or only 34% of sales from his top 10, and more than 16 affiliates doubled their sales year over year. Doubled their sales. How do we do this? Like, how does this work? We ignore the conventional wisdom, and we'll talk about in here in just a second before I finish up. Jason and Cecilia Hook, just one more example here. 114,000 attendees. Year before, with no affiliates, they had less than 20,000. No affiliate sent more than 2,000 leads. And most of their affiliates were first timers. Completely defies the conventional wisdom that says finding affiliates is hard, that it's not worth it. It tells you not to work with those small affiliates. You have to do a ton of reciprocal promotions. You have to intimately know all of your affiliates. These are simply not true. So when you ignore these lies, and especially number three, that most of your sales will come from only a few affiliates, then you can build an affiliate program that grows fast and that lasts. So lie three, as we finish up here, we can safely say this one is busted.